Hello everybody, welcome to my 40 subscriber special. Now, I severely apologize for making this so late. I really did not have the time much to record like quietly for a long period of time, like much recently. But today, I've wanted to make this video for a while. So, what is it that makes like just like most of myself just like most of my videos on subscriber specials, you can just click off and like listen to it because this is more of a discussion sort. You don't need to really look at the screen. But thank you for listening. Anyways, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for 40 subscribers. I'm sorry this is so late right now. Honestly, I'm very thankful for all of you guys. So today's topic at hand: what makes jtoh and Geometry Dash so special, in my opinion, and it's better than what most people, like my friends, would play. For example, like Souls RNG and Valorant. Now, no hate if you like those games. Obviously, video games are something to enjoy. So if you enjoy it, like I not say don't enjoy it. It's just terrible mindset. But like, don't go around just saying to other people, you can enjoy that. You're stupid if you enjoy. No, come on, man. I can't really give my opinion on Valorant, but I can definitely count on Souls. I'm not really a big fan of it. So, so first of all, every game usually has a core gameplay loop. So let's say with jtoh, right? It has a core gameplay loop of pretty much find tower, and after you find that tower, you grind tower, and then you either have two options at this point. You either beat it or you drop it. So that's pretty much it. Now, with GD, it's pretty much the same thing, except with levels. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Well, jtoh's just jumping, isn't it? Well, you see, there's just something about it that makes it so special. About jtoh and GD, even though they may seem like aesthetically simple games to score, there's just something I really like about them. So, first of all, with jtoh, you get to see other mechanics that you haven't seen in other towers. Like, so you see, my friends, when I introduce them to the game, they haven't unlocked the later areas yet. It gets really enjoyable from there. The thing is, jtoh slowly increases in quality. So like, let's say this is ring one, then two, then three. No, three is absolutely terrible. Do not play this. Four, then five. Five is such a goat. Six is mid-ish. I wouldn't say it's bad by any means. So it slowly gets better. Ring 2 is pretty good, honestly. It's kind of underrated. Has its charm. Like tops and all. But you see, the thing about it is that you get to see new mechanics. You may just see it as just jumping at the beginning, but sooner or later you'll go progress to better and more enjoyable mechanics as the jumps get tighter and harder, slowly and slowly. For example, one of my personal favorites of this, for example, you don't get often get to see a really long tower rising lava, right? Citadel of Peril, a 17 floor behemoth of a citadel in which there's rising lava until you go up to the top. Or maybe other mechanics that don't really get used, like tower of precise sections, or tower of astral eclipse where there are X bouncers and everything. So yeah, that's just my opinion on jtoh personally. Same with Geometry Dash. The jumps get slowly tighter, the mechanics slowly get, well, more and more complex as you go through the main levels. And even online levels, in my experience, me personally, I didn't get the full version until this year. I've stayed mostly on GD World Online levels. That's why I find the early 2.1 design scheme. There's just something that I really like about it because it gives you that nostalgia factor. Anyways, yeah. So that's just something I really like. Now you may think one of my some of the arguments, why in jtoh the towers are so long. Well, you see, the difference between jtoh and GD is that GD is shorter, okay? Therefore, you spend more attempts. But jtoh has longer towers, like let's say maybe 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes on average, and then it takes less attempts, right? Now, the most any level as they can be in jtoh is 1.1k attempts. That took me 5 months. In GD, however, my highest is around 9.2k. That's 6 months, and I barely even played it. So, yeah. Plus, practice mode can be a bit of a practice. Like, it could really rack up those attempts too. So, yeah, that's about it, really. So that's just really what I like, the core gameplay loop. So unlike with Souls RNG, like jtoh and GD require actual skill and actual process of the mechanics to be really enjoyable. However, the thing with Souls is just roll RNG. That's really it. I don't know why people would use this thing. Oh, jtoh is just jumping, but in jtoh you have many multiple mechanics that make platforming so fun. Just like you may say with Mario, oh, it's just jumping, but Mario, oh yeah, you got power ups, you got whatever. Except with jtoh, it's different. You got nerves. You get nervous at the end. You could make it punishing or safe. You could make it calm or whatever you would like. You just have to have this creator's mindset on what you want the player to feel. There's just something about jtoh that feels different because jtoh wasn't really designed, as someone once said, jtoh wasn't really designed to cater to the main audience of Roblox. Like, for example, people who would rather do Souls RNG, which, look, I don't blame them, and Blocks Fruits. jtoh is those who cater to more hardcore hobbyists, to enjoy more hardcore platforming. And some may say that Tower of Hell is better, which, sorry, you're absolutely insane to say that because the difference with Tower of Hell is that it's also RNG. It literally requires barely any skill. There's no skill ceiling, at least with jtoh, you have a skill progression. And the thing with Tower of Hell, it only has two client objects, that being spinners and conveyors, I think, and kill bricks. Now, maybe I should just flash the screen of COs up here. Yeah, I'll just Vine Boon it maybe. So yeah, I think that there is enough proof that we have way more mechanics. And let's not even get into the CCOs where you use different scripts. And then let's not even get into the design. You get large, massive domes. You could have literal Mars or the moon or a cave or maybe even just the grass fields. See, another reason why I like it so much is the nostalgia factor it gives. it, I've only been playing jtoh for maybe 3 years, but it gives me a sense of nostalgia every single time I open that game. And although I don't play it anymore, I still listen to the OST because it's just that good, man. Come on. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. So, I think it's safe to say that we have a better gameplay loop than Tower of Hell alone, and we definitely, in my opinion, because with Souls, all you do is roll, RNG, oh, and you get something, and most of it is done in AFK. I mean, that gets really, really boring. But with jtoh, you're doing something, and it's not RNG, and there's more mechanics. There's more gameplay mechanics. It again caters to more the hardcore hobbyists. It doesn't really cater towards the more AFK grindy side of Roblox. Now, I'm not saying that grinding and all that stuff is bad. I mean, me personally, I enjoy a good game of TDS and all, but there's something with those kinds of games that don't really give the same sort of feeling that jtoh and GD does. Now, GD too. Now, let's not even get into the vehicles. I think there's around 9 of them. Wave, ship, swing copter, ball swing copter. There's even custom gameplay mechanics, dual ball, and all that. Just like jtoh, you could even combine those to make like really satisfying gameplay. Even jtoh's purism. I don't even think. I mean, if you could consider without triggers purism, I guess that's it. Purism is basically no scripts allowed, just basic objects. So, yeah. But even with those tools, just like jtoh and GD, guys, you get those tools, you make your own challenge, and you find a way to make it, well, good. Masterpiece, even. S See, the thing with GD is that you may just look at it at face value and be like, oh, Stereo Madness, just block game. But then you look at masterpieces like, let's say, White Space. Search that up. Or Dreamflower, yeah. Or with jtoh, you could see it as only Tower of Madness, but you could also get absolute masterpieces like Tower of Astral Eclipse or Citadel of Heights and Depths. And yeah, even though it could take too long to clear, you may even think that it will take too long, but in reality, it doesn't once you get consistent at it. The thing you have to have with these games is some patience, and eventually you'll really end up enjoying it after you start mastering the gameplay mechanics. But unlike with Souls, in my opinion, again, no hate to Souls. They developed the game. I personally don't enjoy it that much. At the beginning, it's pretty fun, but like slowly, it just decreases the enjoyment. But if you enjoy it, then continue playing it. But if you're here right now and you have never tried either jtoh or GD, I highly recommend you give it a try. And yeah, that'll be all from me. I don't plan on making any jtoh content in the future anymore, but it always will hold a deep place in my heart. Uh, and as for GD, I plan on continuing it for 7 more years, just like I have right now. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you got my opinion. I guess yeah, please give jtoh and GD a try. Those are amazing games. Maybe just start with the world version, maybe. But yeah, that's all. Something I always like about them is just the nostalgia factor. It just gives you that sense of nostalgia that can't be replicated anywhere else. Especially not Souls, especially not any other modern game. Even if you're a new player, it gives you that sense of nostalgia, you know? Nostalgic songs, nostalgic everything. And the gameplay mechanics go slowly from the 2018 gameplay all the way to what you would define as a masterpiece. And every single one of them are unique in its own way. Even the 1.9 levels that most would consider pretty average by today, or to masterpieces like again Dreamflower and Ultraviolence, and even Change of Scene, personal favorite. I haven't beaten it yet, sadly, but no, like a personal favorite I've beaten, I'd say definitely Slam by Raffer or The Tempest. So yeah, that should be about it. So thank you all for watching for real this time. Thank you. That'll be all.